Good morning to those of you that are new here. Welcome. Before anything, press that subscribe button and I would appreciate your subscription. And I'm going to show you my garden. So my channel is about gardening and raising my composting worms and my worm towers. But I'm going to show you my garden bucket that's full of worms, and I'm going to show you my worm barrel. So this is my garden. We have a no-till garden, and it's organic. I don't spray anything. I just use boxes to cover the ground to kill the weeds, the little ones that you can't pull that normally I would till, but no, I don't do it. And there's my dog Nina, who likes to sneak in the garden even though she knows she's not allowed. Over here I have my Cuban peppers, and over here I have my monster tomatoes. And I call them monster tomatoes because they say they grow to about 2 or 3 pounds. I have grown one that's pretty large. So I'm going to bring you in and give you a little tour here. So for those of you that are interested in worm composting, this worm barrel is self-sustaining pretty much. It sits on the ground. It has holes drilled at the bottom. And in here, I put everything. This is the everything goes in barrel. From weeds to plants that die, to straw, to leaves, to dead animals I find on my property. Everything goes in there. The worms come up from the earth. They do what they gotta do. They leave me the castings, and then I use it in my garden beds and everything here. And once I do that, I just keep refilling it, and they just keep coming. They do disappear in the fall when it starts to get cold and through the winter. But in the spring, I start seeing them come back, and I start seeing a lot of baby worms because they leave their cocoons behind. This is a compost that I've created with kitchen scraps and boxes and shredded newspaper and just everything that we would throw out. And we dug it out yesterday, and look at the compost that the worms have left behind. Absolutely beautiful. I buy my starter colony, or I've created my starter colony from thegardenandwormlady.com. That's my website. So I take my starter colony and I dump it there, and the worms do the rest. So we have sage here growing. I make a hair conditioner out of sage because I have really curly hair and it helps. Excuse me if you hear me making that noise. I have allergies really bad this year. Here we have some onion and garlic. And this giant fabric circle thing is from Temu, which I love shopping on Temu. And that's full of compost from my compost pile and castings from the barrel. These things, you know, I don't know if I'm going to put beets in here. I'm not sure yet. But these are potatoes, and aren't they beautiful? And then we have my pink roses here. They're starting to come back. They are absolutely beautiful. And I have a greenhouse that I got at Harbor Freight. I've had it years. And I have another one over there that I keep as storage. So this is a hiking trail in the back of my property that my husband built me. It goes all around, it goes down. I call it like the mini Appalachian Trail. And we absolutely love it. We have a sign there, a little bridge. We got some walking sticks here. These boxes are falling apart. This is the last season for them. Actually, this one we might start taking apart. We're just gonna remove the wood, and we're just gonna let it lie flat naturally. We're not gonna do anything to it. I got my red roses. Hi, Nina. And then here is my other worm barrel. That's a Cuban pepper plant, by the way. It's called cachucha. They look just like habaneros, but they're sweet until they turn red. But then they have a little bite to them, not bad. So this is my worm barrel, my worm bucket. See, that has holes all the way down, and the holes are underground. And in here, I just take food scraps from the kitchen or things in the garden, and I just go like that. I wet it down. Sometimes I don't. Let me show you the bottom of it. The worms did create castings in here that I have to scoop out and use. So that's another way to compost with worms in your garden. And that little bucket, I think it came from Home Depot. It's little. I don't even know how many maybe half a gallon, maybe not. So these are tomatoes. Those are the Cuban peppers. This is all I'm doing in this garden this year. You know, I'm a worm farmer, and I don't have a lot of time. And I don't want to make this a burden. If it becomes a burden, I'm going to start hating it. And there's nothing more than I love is my garden and my worms, you know, for my activities. At night, I do sit down and knit with my knitting machines, and I crochet. But I do things I love. So you have to do things that you love. Once it starts becoming a pain in your butt, you're not going to want to do it. Understandably. Then we got basil, and my bench is upside down because Joe, my husband, he's gonna fix it or clean it. I don't know. I've had that bench since my daughter was born, and she's 21 now. So my strawberries are doing great. We've been eating them. Come on, Nina. And this is the rain barrel that I use for water, but I do have a watering system here. And when I turn it on, it waters everything. But you know, I don't know about you all. Sometimes watering things is therapeutic to me. I enjoy doing it. I don't know, it's like a stress reliever when I come home from work at night, because I work late. I work in the evenings. So look how cute she is. She's a Chihuahua, but she's the nicest Chihuahua you will ever meet. She loves cats, the vet, baths. She loves everyone, licks everyone. Doesn't have a mean little bone in her body. Well, guys, I thought I'd give you a little look of my outdoor stuff, and you know, give worm farming a try. If you want to learn more about commercial worm farming, go to my other worm channel. It's thegardenandwormlady.com. But here on this channel, I'm showing you my worm towers, how I raise worms for composting purposes, not for sale. Because we have a lot of stuff going on our landfill. You know, it's kind of bad, so we need to help the environment. All right, guys, I'll see you next time. Take care.